Hello, welcome back to Al Talks. This podcast I started 3 years ago to chronicle me starting stand up. This podcast is a weekly podcast. It comes out once a week, and this is just a small little introduction video into the podcast. So, down below in the description of each episode, you can go to my Linktree and find links to everything connected to me. This podcast is available on YouTube, which you're watching it on right now, and also on Spotify. But yeah, that is just a small introduction into this podcast and everything that goes along with it. Hello, welcome back to another episode of the podcast. Today, in this episode, which is still part of the bulk record, I will be talking about Ronny Chieng's new stand-up comedy special on Netflix called Love to Hate It, and kind of give my synopsis and review of it. Okay, so that's what the episode's about. Won't be. I don't have the clearest memory of this because I watched this a couple of weeks ago at this stage. So let's try and piece it back together. In terms of stand up specials, it is pretty good. Very, very funny. Ronny Chieng is a comedian that I've been looking at for quite a long time at this stage. Yeah, so Ronny Chieng, he is a Malaysian actor and comedian who lives in the US now, but he grew up in Singapore. This is why you say Singapore. I don't know if Singaporeans talk like that, but so yeah, it's somebody that I've been following for quite a while. He's most famous for his stand up. Well, not his stand up, like I said, he's an actor. He was in Crazy Rich Asians and a couple of other shows. And he was also on the kind of one of the correspondents, Comedy Central's Daily Show, which is like I didn't really watch a lot of it, but I've seen kind of clips online and stuff. It's raining outside quite badly. It's been raining on and off all day. It's horrible. But yeah. So yeah, it's stand-up comedy special. What was it like? It was now in the say last year. I'm trying to read through. Um, I don't. I don't have which of these episodes are okay. I don't have these marked when 2025 started. I should have, but I don't. Sorry about that. But yeah, anyway, either this or last year, some of the comedy specials I reviewed, I did not find funny. But that was from purely an entertainment point of view and also from a point of view of a stand-up comedian. But this special I found very, very funny. It was very well crafted. The only thing I found a bit strange was the closing joke. Um, it's like I felt, not that Ronnie would agree, he's the one who shot the special, but it was, I don't know, I would have picked a different joke to close on that would have gotten a better response. It was just the closing joke has to, really pop, get an applause break, and whatever, maybe standing ovation. If you did very well. Oh my god, tired. But yeah, so it was for me. It was a bit strange. I don't know. There was halfway through the special, he had a particularly funny bit, which I really enjoyed. It was, surprisingly a good special. Surprisingly, why am I saying surprising? Ronnie is a great comic, and his sometimes if people who immigrate to the U.S. will have a different point of view than the comics that kind of grew up and live in the U.S. Like the U.S. is such a massive country that each region kind of, because essentially each state is its own little country with its own little government, similar to the way the Russian Federation is, because the United States of America, they all have to follow federal law, but they still have somewhat of independence, similar to our republics in the Russian Federation and stuff like that. So but it's also kind of interesting, and especially for myself, being half Asian. Now, obviously, Malaysia and Singapore are very, very far away from Siberia, but still, I always kind of levitated. The reason I started kind of enjoying his comedy is because I saw a couple of clips, and, Asians stick together. I'm definitely going to get in trouble for this episode, but I don't care. Singapore, Asians stick together. I'm being funny. That's all that matters at the end of the day. Be funny or else you suck. Which I found out in Vienna if you watched last week's episode. If you're not funny, they hate you. But yeah, so I haven't seen a lot of his specials in quite a long time. The topics he discussed and brought up were very interesting. As well, I haven't watched the special where those were mentioned because, again, like I said, his unique perspective, being from outside of the US, brings kind of a unique, I suppose, flavor to the stand-up special itself. Now, you see me yawning a lot, and I'm kind of getting tired. And like I said, I watched this quite a while ago, but the things I remembered from the special was a lot of it was very, very good. The ending was kind of, I felt, for me, a bit strange. You could have ended on a different joke from the same special. Like, I felt his kind of maybe 10-15 minute joke before the special ended was better. But then, I suppose, if you watch the special, you'd understand why, because he had kind of like a message about his dad passing away and stuff like that. So I don't know. One more episode of the bulk record left, which is next week's episode, and there'll be new stuff coming out. I'll give you a little sneak peek, I suppose. The next couple of episodes will be a couple of Kill Tony episodes that I had watched before I went off to Vienna. I was doing some 40k, doing some modelling, and while simultaneously listening to some Kill Tony, which were very, very good episodes. Highly, highly enjoyed them. I can't remember how many I watched. I think it was definitely 2 of them. It might have been 3. So you'll be treated to that. It'll be another kind of bulk record content after these 3 weeks are up. It'll probably be another 2 or 3 weeks, which will lead into April, I think. And then then later on I'll be discussing doing going to 2 comedy shows, Jordan Jensen, Craig Conan, and then Craig Conant. I think he spells his name surname Conant, Conant. I think that's how you say it. I don't know. So, and then doing stand up in Russian for the first time, which would be interesting. So that's that, I suppose. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end it there because I still have another episode to record. But as per usual, all the links down below to all the people that supports me, and you should also support my fellow comics, my fellow artists who are in the music trade, graphic design, people who help come make this podcast what it is, which I need a lot of help sometimes. But yeah, with Roy did thumbs up, but here we are. So that's that, I suppose, and I'll see you all next week. Bye bye.